I have an idea! What if I share with you why I love selling on Poshmark? Welcome to my channel. I'm Chanel with Save Sell Chanel. If you're new to my channel, this channel is dedicated to the different ways I save and sell one day at a time. So let's get into it. So if you've been following me for quite some time, today is the day that I'm finally making a Poshmark video. And if you don't know about my background, before I even tell you why I sell on Poshmark, why you should sell on Poshmark, and the 5 tips at the end of this video that I'm going to give you on how to quickly sell your items on Poshmark, I want to give you a little background story as to why I even sell on the platform. So a couple years ago when I was in college, I was still working two to three jobs and I still couldn't make ends meet, and I was going to school. Keep in mind, I had 2 full-time jobs and a part-time job, and I also went to school and I still couldn't make ends meet. So I had to use e-commerce because there's only 24 hours in a day, and sometimes you still got to figure out how you're going to make ends meet. So by going on e-commerce and learning how to use different platforms, I was able to make that extra money and make it and graduate college. So let me give you a background story. In 2014, I had a coworker who already told me about Poshmark. I wasn't quite ready yet to go into a new platform because I was still trying to navigate the whole e-commerce industry and just how it worked. So in 2017, when I moved to a new city for a brand new full-time job and I still had a side hustle, I really wanted to venture out and try Poshmark one more time because I really wanted to spend more time with my husband, because I was already working 40 hours at my day job and I was still working additional hours at a side hustle or a part-time job. So I really wanted to make a commitment to spend more time with my husband, have more quality time for things that mattered most to me. And the only way to do that was selling on an e-commerce platform. So in 2017, I started selling on Poshmark, and it slowly grew to the point where I was able to quit my part-time job and sustain myself with a side hustle or with selling items for my own personal closet instead of having to work multiple jobs just to make ends meet. So if you are unfamiliar with Poshmark, Poshmark is a completely free app, and it is an app where you can sell your women's, men's, and kids' clothing and accessories online. It is completely free. You can just go and download it on your app store, click on Poshmark, and install it on your phone. So let's go ahead and talk about why I love selling on the platform. Unlike other platforms where there are barriers to entry, such as maybe you need to have a fee or a PayPal account to sell on the platform, or you can only list up to 50 listings, or you need to have a certain score before you can list. Poshmark doesn't have that. You can list as many items right after you've downloaded the app, and there are no restrictions in terms of how many listings you can post. So if you have 100 items in your closet today that you want to go ahead and post, you can go ahead and post those, and nothing is going to stop you except yourself. So in terms of listing, I love that there's no barrier to entry. Anyone can go ahead and start their own Poshmark closet, and you can start small from selling things that are in your closet. So if you are curious as to what Poshmark is for, it even tells you in the community guidelines. So once you've downloaded the app and filled out all the information you need to, the basic information, and create a closet name, and in terms of creating a closet name, figure out something that fits your style and your own personal story that you would like to convey through the pieces that you're going to add in your closet. Once you've decided on inputting all of the necessary information, what Poshmark actually is, and you can go into the Poshmark Support Center community guidelines and scroll down, and it even says here, Poshmark is a place for women's, men's, and kids' fashion, accessories, and new makeup products. Pre-owned clothing and accessories can be listed on Poshmark if they are clean and in good condition. However, all makeup must be brand new, unswatched, and its original packaging. Handmade fashion and accessories are also welcome. But keep in mind, there are some restrictions that definitely make sure you are selling things that are within the parameters of what you can sell on Poshmark. So some of the items that you cannot sell on Poshmark are obviously counterfeit items. No one wants a fake bag or brand of any sort. You cannot sell any electronics, cell phones, books, DVDs, home goods, used makeup, used underwear, any health and wellness products, and non-fashion kids baby items, and also things that may be against the USPS regulations. So paint, nail polish, you cannot sell that. So once you've gathered your things and are your things compliant, you want to go and look to see if you have enough inventory to go ahead and start curating and creating your closet. What's a couple examples of things that I would recommend that you add to your closet? Some of them are going to be items such as shoes that you can add, women's shoes. You can also sell men's shoes too. Make sure everything is in good condition too. And what I really love about Poshmark is that they have a flat rate shipping option up to 5 pounds. It's a flat rate fee, so that you'll be able to sell things that are heavier and not have a problem. You'll only have one label. What I really like about selling on Poshmark is your opportunity to convey your own personal style. So if you already have things in your closet, try to diversify the items in there, such as maybe, especially if maybe for spring, you would add a dress and then add a blazer to pair it with some shoes. So this right here is one bundle, and it would increase your average selling price, and it would still be under 5 pounds. So you've already increased your selling price. You didn't have to increase the shipping option either. So once you figured out what you want to go ahead and spring clean or get rid of in your closet, this is the time that you want to go ahead and take pictures. And how you take pictures, just use your phone. You can either put it on a mannequin, or you can just hang it on a hanger somewhere crisp and clean. Everyone does things differently. Some people do flat lays and curate the pictures specifically for Poshmark, where you create an outfit, and I'll put an example right here, and you have an idea of how that item would look. Personally, in terms of search engine optimization or getting pulled on Google search, where a vast majority of my items actually come from, are sold from rather, I try to only have the item on my photo, and I try to make it as crisp white as possible so that it does get pulled on the search engine ranking. So just keep that in mind, something to think about. But if you're not really concerned about that and you're more about having a more curated closet, maybe having the flat lays and a more curated picture is something for you. So the next thing, make sure that you are using really clear descriptions, what the brand is, what the size is, if there are any imperfections, what the quality is it used, is it new, and if there's any variation on sizing. So this is an example. I'm going to use these MEK denim jeans that I just listed. So here's a description, examples of how I do my own personal listings on my glitter_assos Poshmark closet. Make sure you include as much detail as possible so that the buyer is intrigued to buy your item. And this is going to be really important in the beginning, especially if you're a new seller, because no one knows whether or not you're a reliable seller. So make sure you are enticing the customer to buy, and through your descriptions and your clear photos. What I also really like about Poshmark is that they make shipping, especially if you're new, really easy. Once you make a sale, they'll send you a prepaid label. It's good up to 5 pounds, and you can use whatever you have in your house. You can also use free USPS priority mailboxes, or you can get them on the USPS website, or you can go to your local USPS. You can also use regular cardboard boxes that you may have in your house, and you can also use poly mailers such as this one too to package to package your items. Poly mailers just like this one to package your items. You can use the same label for everything. It's not like other platforms where you need to input the measurements or anything. As long as your item is 5 pounds or less, just put on that label, ship it to USPS, and they will ship your item out priority mail. It's really easy. So now I'm going to tell you my top 5 tips on how to start selling on Poshmark. My tip number 1 is share, 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 share. By sharing, and sharing is unique to Poshmark. And it's also one of the reasons why I actually truly love selling on this platform. By users having the ability to share their own closets, an algorithm does not completely control who gets seen or who gets ranking. You don't have to buy in to be seen by potential buyers. sharing brings you back up into the search fields in regards to specific categories or in terms of specific dresses or brands. So in terms of sharing, it automatically defaults to just shared, and then you have the chance of moving up to the top and moving up to the top. So the more you share your own closet, the higher probability you have to sell an item. So I mean by sharing, in the beginning, it's going to be difficult for you to have followers. And in order to gain followers, one of the things that I learned in the beginning, which I wish I did in the beginning, was to share more to Posh parties. Posh parties are themed. They have one in the morning, in the noon, 6 p.m., and then a night one. So in the morning, it may be makeup. At noon, it may be women's clothing or certain brands. At night, it may be men's fashion, and at 9 o'clock, it may be a special curated theme like a night out party. So definitely if you have items that fit the theme or a certain brand that fits the theme, make sure you're sharing your closet, your pieces to that party, because that's when I get shares, and actually that's when I have people follow me back and they'll share my items back. And remember what I said previously, the more you share, the higher your item goes back up into the search, and the more probability that you will have a potential buyer see your listing and buy your item. Tip number 2, if you have a social media account, I highly recommend that you share your social media account and link it to your Poshmark closet. If you don't have one, such as Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, then that's okay. You have a better chance of selling your item if your item is shared to any of those platforms. Now, if you're new and you're kind of like, I don't want to spam my family or friends with any of this, I just want to find organic buyers who may like what I'm selling. One of the ways you can do that is by creating a separate Instagram account and adding it and creating it very specific to your Poshmark name, and you just link the different items that you have or any special sales that you have and put it into Instagram. I have an example of that on my Glitter and Associates Instagram account, where it's just solely new items that I put in my closet, or maybe any special discounts that I'm having for a weekend, or if I'm having a specific tops 50% off sale or something like that. It is listed specifically on that Glitter and Associates Instagram page, and it's separate from my Save Sell Chanel page that goes on to the different saving and selling tips that I usually do on a daily basis. So yes, add social media, tag your items, tag hashtag Poshmark, Poshmark app, Poshmark style, the different Poshmarks on Instagram. It will help you gain people who are already on the app shopping and may find your item and add your link to your Instagram, and they can shop your closet. And if you are new to Poshmark and you don't know, you have some friends maybe that aren't on the app, don't forget to use your own personal invite code. That way your friends or your family or someone who's new to the platform can get $5 off their first purchase, and then you actually get $5 back. And if you are unsure where your invite code is, you just click at the bottom right of your icon that has your closet name on it, and then there should be a button that says invite friends, earn cash, and then it says earn unlimited free credits. Your friends get $5 when they sign up with your invite code. You earn $5 after their first purchase. So it is a win-win for both parties. The third tip that I want to tell you is going into the search area and on the app. It's called shop. There's a button that says shop, and you're going to scroll all the way down, and it's going to have showrooms and Poshmark. I always go into these categories because these are the trending items or trending brands that are on the platform right now, and different high-end brands. But keep in mind, maybe you have brands or a bag or piece of clothing or jewelry that's similar to it, but maybe someone wants the look but can't afford it. Maybe people will find something that's similar to that style, maybe that you have that's not listed. Go ahead and post that. Maybe someone will go ahead and purchase it because it's very on trend right now. So definitely check these from time to time. It will definitely help you see what's trending, so you can take a look in your own personal closet and see if it's time to list those items so you can make some extra money. My fourth tip is going to be using offers to likers. So once a person goes and likes your item, once you've done all of your sharing from tip 1, then you'll most likely get people who will like your item. You have an option at the items once you have a like for a specific item to send the customer an offer. So for example, you will find an item, there's a button at the bottom right that says price drop. You have the option to do public or private. Offer to likers is mostly going to be private. You have to do at least 10% of the current listing price and then select a discounted shipping option. Just keep in mind that the discounted shipping option is taken out of what you'll take out in the end. So whenever you're making an offer to a customer or a potential buyer, make sure the price that you are offering is a price that you're comfortable with, especially after you take out the 20% fee and the discounted shipping. Make sure the price you're offering is something you're comfortable with and you're making some sort of money. But yes, a vast majority of my sales actually comes to offers from likers. So you can do that as often as you want. And some people in the beginning do it within an hour. Some people do it within a weekly basis or a monthly basis. It is up to you as a new seller or even as a seasonal seller to decide how you're going to do that. And that selling strategy is really going to depend on how your own closet works. Everyone's closet is different. There is no magical theory or recipe or steps to take. Everyone is completely different. Everyone's fashion is different, and that's what makes Poshmark so unique. It's going to be all about trial and error. So make sure you just post your items, list, and get better, especially when you're trying to figure out what to sell, what price to sell it, because at the end of the day, we are here to clear out our closets, make extra money. And my fifth and final tip is going to be make sure you add a bundle discount. Like I showed you earlier, when you're curating closets such as shoes, a bag, a purse, a dress, a blazer, you want to make sure you have a bundle discount, even if it's the cheapest one. So you're going to go under My Seller Tools and you're going to add My Seller Discount. And even if you just want to do 5% off of 2 items, that's completely fine. So if a person buys 2 items, they get 5% off your closet. Just make sure that your pricing is high enough so that people, if they do send you offers, or you potentially want to use offers to likers, or you do potentially want to use a bundle, make sure your pricing is high enough that even if you do give a discount, you still are making money after that discount. So these are key elements, but it's all about marketing and selling strategies. And if you ever have any questions, you can always leave it in the comment section down below, or you can email me as well. So yes, by creating a bundle discount, you are more likely to sell your items quickly, and you're going to sell your items at a higher price, which is enticing, especially since your customer is going to have one flat rate shipping option. And my final bonus tip is going to be try to make it to Posh Ambassador status. And Posh Ambassador is going to open so many doors for you. If there is anything that I would have done differently during the 2 years that I have been selling on this platform, I didn't try to become a Posh Ambassador until almost a year in. And once I became a Posh Ambassador, the door opened so much for me. And so I encourage you, and I encourage my other PFFs, and you don't know what a PFF is, it is a Poshmark Friend Forever. I've encouraged friends and family who've joined the platform to try to go and make it to Posh Ambassador status. So let me tell you what Posh Ambassador status is quickly, because I will also be going into other selling strategies on Poshmark in my future videos too. But in terms of what a Poshmark seller is, so Posh Ambassador, you have certain requirements such as community shares of 5,000 minimum, self shares of 5,000 minimum, new Poshers shared a minimum of 50, available listings of a minimum 50, sales minimum of 15, average purchase rating of 4.5, average ship time less than 3 days, and 1 love note. And a love note is when you buy something on Poshmark and leave a good positive comment. That is all that you need to become a Posh Ambassador. It may seem daunting in the beginning, but it's totally worth it in the long run. So those are all my tips that I have and my story as to why I love selling on this platform. So I'm going to leave the video here. If you want to go ahead and join Poshmark, I'm going to leave a link below for you to join. I would greatly appreciate it. Give it a try just to see if you like the platform, is something that you would like to get interested in to help you clear out your closet, make extra money, and kind of create a community, because Poshmark is a community where we all encourage each other to sell our items, make money, clear out items, and help with the whole sustainable fashion industry. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you. And if you like this video, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and hit the little bell icon to be notified of all of my future videos. You can also follow me at my Instagrams, Save Sell Chanel and Glitter and Associates, and also follow me at my glitter_associates Poshmark closet. And if you go and mention that you're from YouTube, I will go ahead and also share your Poshmark closet. So until next time, I'll see you in my next video.